Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to a kind of other Pro 1v1 match. Today we're on a map called Mountain Guns. It's probably one of the weirdest formats you've ever seen, but some people are liking the weird and funky formats. There's nothing wrong with trying new things, and that's exactly what we are doing here today. Down in the bottom left, we have the purple GLA Vanilla for the player that is Sam. Now, I believe this is Call Me Sam. Down in the bottom right, we have the green USA Vanilla for the player that is Fargo. Strange that he's not got his normal blue color, because that is confusing me. Up in the north, we have the blue GLA Vanilla for the player that is... Hang on a minute. That's so strange. That is so strange. How is that possible? Can you see that? It says green is Fargo. What the heck has happened to my game? Gentle's completely screwed itself. That's actually Sam. I've never seen that before. And that's actually Fargo. So Fargo is his usual blue color. And it's a 1v1 between this guy and this guy. So Fargo against... This is Tumstep. That's so strange, man. Why is it saying civilian res? Oh, man. That is crazy. So we have Fargo against Tumstep in a 1v1. Let's just ignore those names there and go by the colors that you know. And this is Call Me Sam. That's the strangest thing I ever saw. But we're in a pirate format. This is sponsored by Jan, who has been sponsoring a lot of sets lately, including the last live stream I did between Size and Fargo, I believe it was. Okay, so the special rules here is it's a 1v1, but you've kind of got a neutral, kind of AI-like pirate where you've got very limited things that this player is able to do. He is able to build like one of everything, which is like one war factory, maybe one airfield, and just do random little annoying attacks to both of the players. Meanwhile, they're locked in a normal high-level 1v1. This is a very important battle, by the way, because whoever wins that oil position obviously wins 2 free oils, which is gigantic. I also think a worker should get dropped off here and start occupying some of them buildings. It looks to me like... Whoa, both of the tunnels go down, but Tumstep is going to come out on top. That's so confusing. I've never seen that before. I don't know why that's happened. I literally just turned my PC on, so it's not like I've been playing some edited maps. This is Mountain... no, wait, it's not... Is it Mountain Mayhem, this? No, it's not Mountain Mayhem. Mountain Guns is this map. Mountain Guns. It's actually an official map that never gets played. I mean, the last time I probably played this was probably in my quick match days 20 years ago. This is probably when. So yeah, this is the pirate. So if you go in his area, he can defend. He's not allowed out of his island. He can be annoying, so you could maybe put a tomahawk there. There is a list of rules, but I believe it also changed by game. We're going to be watching a few games today. Was supposed to be a complete set, but for a reason I'll tell you later, the full set was not completed. But yeah, I think people who know me, they know I'm not a fan usually of long and complicated rules. If you have to read 2 or 3 A4 pages in order to figure out what's going on, I think that is too much. We have a few players in the community, a few people in the community that like those kind of rules, like Nickname is one of them. He likes to have a bit of calculus and a bit of Pythagoras' theorem inside of the format and the rules. But, I mean, this one, it is still kind of simple. If you just break it down as a Pro 1v1 match on a large map, and you've got a kind of neutral player with limited rules on what he can do. He can't be biased, and I know that's kind of hard to gauge. He's actually going to defend it. Okay, he's going to defend it. But meanwhile, that is distracting him. He's going to get some tomahawks here. But yeah, it's very hard to gauge whether the player has been neutral or not. Because let's say Call Me Sam dislikes Tumstep or dislikes Fargo. more than the other player, who's to say which one he's going to attack or kill more units of? So treat this like a regular 1v1 set. However, this player is earning money. He earns money by killing units, and I think the price per kill was 0.03 of $1, so it's like 3 cents. I think that amount maybe should go up. I'm trying to work out now. So if you kill 100 units, you get $3. I mean, you're getting paid to play 0 and just to mess around. You're not under any kind of stress. So I think he's allowed 1 war factory. I think he's allowed 1 airfield. I don't know why he's not using these Auroras, though. And I also do think it's better that you put a player like Sam there in that position. Because if you go and put a player like Excal, which I think was the original plan there, it doesn't really make sense that you put the strongest player as the pirate, because he might just wipe everyone might just wipe everyone out, even though he's limited. We might be seeing a game later on with Excal, because I believe the pirate did change, but they all called themselves weird names, I believe, so we're going to have to try and guess when Excal is playing. This does not look like Excal. This looks like a Call Me Sam. I don't know why he's not using all of his units. Like, are you only allowed to attack with 2 Tomahawks at a time? I don't think that's a rule, but maybe it is. But Tumstep is getting cleared here with the help. Whoa, that was a TNT there from Tumstep. We looked just in time. Yeah, nice TNT there. Not sure how it got there, but it did. So yeah, I mean, if you looked at it so far, it looks to me that Tumstep has taken most of the beating from these Tomahawks. Whereas these Tomahawks have not once been over here. But I suppose he can't leave. Hang on, is this map even balanced? It's not even balanced for it. It's not even in the slightest balanced, because that supply is in range of those Tomahawks, whereas that supply there is nowhere near in range. So the concept is flawed on this map. That's the problem with these official maps. They are not balanced. Nowadays, whenever we're making new ranked maps and whatever, yeah, that's totally unfair for Tumstep. Literally crazy unfair. Funny thing is, he's still winning because he's focused on this area. Build markets there. He's building Scud Storms. So yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you like this wacky kind of format? Do you think it's good that we experiment with new stuff? I think experimenting once or twice with new stuff, even if it's the worst idea in the world at first glance, is always fair to try, I think. I mean, it's the first time in my life I get to call a video pirate format. Pirate edition. But this is not fair on Tumstep. So I'd be interested to know how many units has he killed. 32.
Unit lost. Times
$0.03. Or is that, yeah, is it 3 cents? But I suppose even if it is only 3 cents, at the end of the day, you're getting paid to literally just sit in your base and do nothing. He's making a second airfield now. I think the Tomahawks are a fair unit to be making. I don't think you need these. I don't think either of the GLA players is going to commit to a full-on attack against the pirate. What you could be doing, though, as the GLA, is going in his base and stealing the Dozer. He does have Search and Destroy, and Comanche, though, might be kind of difficult. Could be possible for Tumstep there. But Fargo's got this kind of position up on the top left kind of hill. Tumstep with a massive mistake there. Don't know what he is thinking. Wow, literally the whole army of buggies got gifted there. But yeah, that is really annoying for Tumstep. But he is a Scud Storm ahead regardless. The question is, like, once you've used Search and Destroy... Oh, he's coming in with air units now. Yeah. He's hitting primarily Tumstep where he's not hit Fargo once. Is he trying to balance the game out? Realizes that Tumstep is winning. Trying to balance things. I also think if you're going for unit kills, you better use an Aurora like maybe on the middle of the worker, because you can get like 6 or 7 workers there. And there as well. Imagine you came in with a load of air units. I think you're only allowed out of your base with Auroras. I don't think you're allowed to... Well, I mean, I don't know what he's doing, actually. This is why I don't like complicated rules. Maybe I should have it open on the other screen. I don't know what he's able to do with them Comanches, but if you're able to fully upgrade them and get advanced training, and then come in at a time when, like, Fargo's busy, for example, you could just win the game with the Comanches. Never mind. Oh, he's going for a kill on the Scud. I wonder what you get money-wise for killing a Scud. But it's not that fair. Because he's just constantly hitting Tumstep. So how is this even remotely fair? So he is allowed out of the area with the Comanches. But like I said, once he start getting veterancy... Once they start getting veterancy, they could actually just win a game. So this is why I'm not really keen on initially on this. This is he's not being fair and balanced at all. He's just literally always hitting Tumstep. He's killed all the Scuds and now Fargo's got a Scud advantage. I mean, it's kind of balancing the game because Tumstep's winning anyway, but I hope he's going to hit Fargo at some point. Fargo's now got 2 Scuds. Tumstep must be annoyed, man. If that was happening to me... It's probably the most damage that Call Me Sam has ever done to Tumstep in his life. Because Tumstep is really, really good. You can see here he's kind of winning a 1v2. So yeah, maybe there needs to be like maybe it needs to be edited map and 2 pirates spawn together. But the other pirate has to remind him to be neutral. Nah, I don't know. It gets weird, doesn't it? You should just have a neutral person. So far, it's not been neutral. I wish you could see like units killed. Yeah, units destroyed 39. Yeah, I want to see units killed by player. Like, how many has he killed of Tumstep? How many has he killed of Fargo? I think Sam is playing very, very weird. Like, if you're able to go out with the Comanches and do stuff, why are you not out doing stuff? Why has half of Tumstep's base been cleared? Or is he literally watching the map, seeing who's getting the upper hand? As soon as someone gets the upper hand, he comes in with the Comanches and levels the playing field. If he goes at Tumstep again, though, he needs to be banned from this format, because this is ridiculous. It goes without saying that if there's a neutral pirate, maybe that's why it's actually better that a human player doesn't play as the third person. Maybe it has to be an AI. It has to be like a hard AI or something. Well, that was some of the worst Comanche micro I've ever seen. He's hitting Tumstep again, though. Lost like 5 or 6. He just flew over the tunnel straight into quads. Fargo's still up against these Scuds, though. It's very impressive. It just shows you how good Tumstep is. He's winning against Fargo, who spams 100 games against the top players every day. And he's getting 2v1 and still has 3 times the amount of Scuds that Fargo has. Yeah, another hit on Tumstep. He must just be trying to balance it, because Tumstep's winning by quite a bit. Comanche's coming again. It's kind of like I said before, I think this is okay as a one-off to try. But here in just literally the first game, you see the biased. You see the biasness instantly. And even if this was the most neutral person in the world, when there's like money on the line and to be won, if he's killed 51 units of one player and 50 of the other, there's always going to be a complaint. Even if you have the most neutral player ever with the most neutral play, there's always going to be a complaint about it. There's always going to be an element of not knowing if a player is biased or not. So that's why I think actually it'd be better as an AI. I suppose an AI could be scripted in a way, and maybe it would focus on a player more so than another. But you would hope it could be scripted to be perfectly balanced. It would attack 50% of the time one way and 50% of the other time the other way. The main element you get out of the human player is he can assess the battlefield, see who's winning, and then try and level the playing field to drag out the game. And I feel, giving Sam the benefit of the doubt, I feel like that is what he's doing. Okay, going for them oils is a really good target. Really good, because you're clearing space as well for your sneak attack later. These games are played at the beginning of March, by the way. I think it was like the 1st or 2nd of March. He's focusing on the markets of Tumstep, and that is a beautiful Anthrax. And Fargo does a sneak where his Scudstorm landed. I don't like that, but Battle Bus is out. Fargo's always doing that. What was wrong with scanning there? It's just like you pop into your own tox. I suppose you are causing damage, though. I mean, it didn't do a lot. It got messy, but yeah, Fargo's always doing that. Was there not a better sneak location? Could you not have waited for that to clear and then snuck there now? Surely would have got a lot more done. Yeah, this is literally a pure 2v1. Fargo's even building a scud here, so there's no reason why Tomahawks can't be hitting that. Auroras we need to keep an eye on. Oh, the Comanches are hitting Tumstep again in the middle. He's even beaconing. Oh, where's the... Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Might be a rage quit, that. Lost a ton of stuff there. Another scud. Another 2 ready, actually, after this one. Aurora's hit in the middle as well. Production gets hit by the 2nd Scudstorm, and everything gets wiped. Fargo is rebuilding arms dealers. Two more scuds get launched. Where are they going to land? That's a double scud hit there. Sneak attack from... well, it says Sam, but it's Tumstep. Gets jumped on pretty quick, but that is a good scud hit, killing the Palace and any defending units in that area against the sneak. That was a good bait there by Tumstep. In a continued 2v1, and the 2v1 gets worse. There comes a point where Tumstep's cash is going to be lacking, like probably about now. Only has a few markets in his base. It's mainly Scudstorms. A couple of markets there in the middle. I think Sam is still assessing the battlefield, considers Tumstep to be ahead, which he may well be. And he's trying to even it. But I don't know if Tumstep's watched this replay back, but does he think that Fargo's getting hit at the same rate? He probably does. If he knew I guarantee you he would be going crazy. It's actually a pure 2v1 for the whole game. Yeah, and I also think this pirate format, it should be annoying, but it shouldn't just be able to wipe out half of your base like those Comanches have. I mean, then you have to drill down to specific rules. Like, okay, is he only allowed to make Auroras? Is he only allowed to make 3 Comanches? Don't know, is what he's doing fair? I don't know. You'd have to heavily limit things. And then it just gets weird. You end up with a 7-page rule set. Okay, well, shock. He's going to hit Tumstep again. Well, let's assess the amount of kills Sam's got.
Warning, Scud storm.
Oh, he gets kills for building kills as well. He gets money for building
Warning,
kills. 29 and
GPS
66.
activated.
Alright, we've got Scuds fired all over the place now. 1 from Tumstep, I believe. Which is going to be on nothing. And 1 from Fargo. Side of this base. Got another Scud launched. Oh, Comanches. I mean, well, that's just weird. You're just gifting him veterancy now. I mean, yeah, you finished off Fargo's Scud, but you actually gifted... You gifted him a load of veterancy. Which I suppose Tumstep needs the help, actually, because he has been 2v1. It's really impressive that Tumstep's still winning, though. Tumstep is just such a legend. I mean, if you had some kind of cool formula within the map that told you, like, the value of buildings and stuff that that this guy kills, like killing a Scud Storm, I feel like you could get $1 for that, or 50 cents or something. Is that ammo AB? Yeah. Like, killing that, you should get a bit more than $0.03 than if you kill, like, a worker, for example. I think what might be better than this is to see free-for-alls between the top players, like we've seen in the past. But you could make the maps... you could put an AI on the map, or you could put, like, nuke trucks on the map. Put all kind of crazy stuff on the map. If you really wanted to see carnage between a lot of players. Because this is a bit like a free-for-all. They're just not allowed to attack this guy. And he's biased. Fargo seems to have more markets, you know? And he's got quite a decent spread out across the map. And if the Comanches do come over here later on, having these buildings with quads dotted around and stingers dotted around. Could be good defense against those Comanches, actually. Okay, so Fargo is hitting. He's actually shooting through the bridge, which is pretty cool. 0 things. If that was a new cannon, it'd hit the bridge and kill itself. Okay, so Scud Storm fired and a sneak. Where's the Scud? Comanches are splitting now. He's trying to bait out the attack. Sorry, the defense from Fargo. Tumstep's still got 1 more Scud. I think he's got less cash, though. Okay, picks off another Tumstep Scud. Tumstep still does have more, though. But he's getting less cash. You see, the pirate could just end up winning, and I don't think that's the intention. Because the others battle it out, weaken each other so much, and then this guy's able to build unlimited Comanches, comes in and wins the game. I don't think the pirate is meant to win. That's why it's just the weirdest thing. Okay. Alright, congratulations. That's the second building of Fargo you killed. And it's the 202nd building of Tumstep you've killed. Yeah, I personally don't like it when these maps have crates that just sit everywhere, because it's basically a lot of your secondary income just sits on the ground, which is kind of ridiculous. Fargo's moving out with a bit of an army across this bridge for the first time in a while. Ooh, GPS gun launchers from down here could be beautiful on these artillery platforms and these buildings. I feel like Fargo's gaining some momentum now. I think his cash is much better. I'm going to be quite annoyed, not going to lie, if Tumstep loses this. Because if this 2v1 keeps up, Tumstep is going to lose it. He doesn't deserve to lose here. He has played better throughout the whole game, including map control, including the battle for there, including the 2v1 for 30 minutes. If he loses this, it's insanely bad. Another scud has just been fired. Tumstep's still ahead with one additional scud storm, but probably not for very long. Sneak attack from Tumstep. He's going to try and kill the CC there, Fargo. I don't know if he should sacrifice his army in order to get the CC, because he is going to lose his entire army there, and he doesn't have really the cash to keep going at those losses, and the CC's not even finished. Yeah, very bad call there from Tumstep. But at least Fargo's getting hit now. It could go on forever though. If Sam is in this balancing frame of mind, like when one player takes the advantage, you hit him, it could literally go on forever. Okay, Anthrax Bomb doesn't land actually for Tumstep. So many Comanches out there. He's only built 2 airfields, 1 war factory all games. Maybe that was a limit. But again, as soon as someone's taking advantage, or as soon as someone is getting the upper hand, rather, the Comanches come in and just clear it. Another scud is fired, but I don't know where. Between 2 markets gets this building as collateral damage as well. Middle is now entirely clear. 4 Auroras. I don't know if that's the one that's actually ready. It is. Sneak attack cleared. 2 scud storms out, 1 per player. Interesting, he does Roman Roman numerals for the Scuds. That was a good bait. But once again, Tumstep's getting hit. The fact that he's still hitting Tumstep is kind of weird, honestly. Because, like, one thing that I understand is if you have a lower level player as the pirate than the other two, and he's making micro mistakes and losing Comanches and whatever, okay, I can totally understand that. But when you're told be neutral and you just continually bombard one player 95% of the time for 30 minutes, it doesn't matter how bad or whatever your micro is. There's no excuse for that, I don't think. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you have the worst micro in the world, or doesn't matter anything. If you're told to be neutral, that's not a hard concept to grasp. So yeah, the fact that he's hit Tumstep, even now, like, Tumstep's been defeated. This is probably one of the most annoying games I might have ever watched. How the hell was Tumstep allowed to lose that? We're gonna watch some more replays. But if Sam keeps that up, he needs to be banned from any kind of these kind of things in the future, because there's no neutral pirate that I saw there. He was literally bombarding Tumstep since the very beginning, which is very strange. Yeah, I'm lost for words. Okay, so jumping into the next match. Do we have the players called wrong things here again? Yes, we do. This is now Tumstep, but it shows us Fargo there. It's just the most confusing thing ever. Down at the bottom right, we got Sam. At least they're sticking with the same colors, so if you just ignore that gentle thing, I have no idea why that's happening. But now we have Sam as the China Vanilla down in the bottom right. So I did learn one thing. If you killed a super weapon as the pirate, you got $1. So it wasn't 50 cents or whatever I said. It was $1. So actually, you killed a fair few super weapons. Gets $1 for each of those. It's a USA mirror now, and then you've got a China as the pirate. Now, I also saw a comment. I don't know if that first game counted or not. I don't know if that was just a practice. But for now, I'll put it as a 1-0 for Fargo, but just bear in mind that that could have just been a trial. And maybe why the pirate was so biased. We have Fargo going for these oils, whereas Tumstep has dropped over the top. And I think he's going to win that area, actually. Well, Fargo's going a bit into no man's land. They're going right, but he has dropped off MD. Problem is, though, Tumstep looking like he's probably going to win this oil position, so Fargo could experience a very quick death here. Will the China Vanilla Pirate even have the chance to do anything? He's only got one truck on each supply. Is that one of the limits? This is so weird. He shouldn't be limited to just one truck. It just gets too, like, fine detail and just too strange. Okay, Tumstep wins the bottom left oils. Looks like he's winning the middle oils, and it looks like he's probably gonna hold the top right, because in a minute he's gonna be on V's, and V's can go there and stop this whole area. So that Doze is also nearly dead. Survives and escapes. Tumstep's going to be putting pressure on Fargo's base. I think Tumstep played this very nicely. Would like to see Tumstep on a second supply, but he's rushing out a strat instead. Yeah, so far the pirate hasn't done a lot. He's sending a Lotus out. Again, this is going to hurt Tumstep. I think an annoying Lotus is something that a pirate can be doing. I don't know if she's allowed across the bridge. This is where it gets weird. I don't think you're allowed to leave the perimeter of your base. And I would consider that left. Once you get past the halfway point, I consider that you're out. Vida gets laser locked at the top. Fargo's got another dozer here. But he is surrounded a bit inside of his base. He's opted for 2 supplies, but gets laser locked on that one. Tumstep did keep his CC. Search and destroy is set. Extra supply there for Tumstep. There's a lot of rangers here, but this V's going to rock up and probably crush them all. The 1 MD out, but I still feel like it can be crushed if you come in straight from this angle. Ooh, he missed it. He missed it. Don't think it matters, though, because Fargo's base is completely surrounded. It just shows you how good Tumstep is, doesn't it? In my view, he won the first game in a 2v1. And here, in a fair 1v1 on a giant map, he's beaten Fargo in 4.5 minutes. GG. And well played. We'll put it to 1-1. But yeah, that first game really did make my blood boil a little bit. Okay, so down in the bottom left, this time we have Fargo. I still don't know what's going on here, honestly. We have... no, not Fargo. This is Tumstep with the GLA Vanilla. And then we have the Pirate with the China. And Fargo, again, up in the top right with the GLA Vanilla in the blue. If I was on this map, I would send probably the first worker to this position. And second worker to this position. Something like that. Yeah. Either or. One there, something like that. Because it is all about them positions. Tumstep seems to not be going for that. What he might be doing is he might just contest that, and then he might drop a worker and some RPGs up here with his first technical. Looks like Fargo's much quicker here. Fargo did get a technical veterancy. Tumstep being a little bit creative here with a combat cycle. Don't know if Fargo spotted that or not. I think he did. Combat cycle should get intercepted by the technical. Tumstep already has his oils down in the bottom left. Fargo has prioritized getting that. Oh, there's a helix out. So that helix is actually cleared Fargo's tunnel. Fargo dropping off a tunnel inside of Tumstep's base. That's a really nice tunnel there from Fargo. But he's very slow getting his oils, though. That helix tends to be going towards Tumstep yet again. Tumstep with a beacon. Does he think that Fargo's tunnel is still there, perhaps? So it looks like the pirate is limited to 1 truck on each, 1 helix, 1 airfield, 1 prop. He is going to go and finally do some damage to Fargo. Kills this worker. So I suppose it's in the the pirate's interest to actually let both players build up and let it turn into a massive slugfest so you can get the most unit kills and also the most super weapon kills. So if a super weapon is worth $1, kill 10 super weapons, that's $10, isn't it? So it's beneficial for you that it turns into 10 super weapon matches. Because at $0.03 per unit, you'd have to kill a lot more units. I think Tumstep doing good here, especially if he hits that tunnel and stops the reinforcements. I think he can win this engagement. Toxin Tractor can clear out the rest of these buildings. It's primarily hitting Tumstep again, but I suppose Tumstep is the one who's been more adventurous going to this area, whereas Fargo is less so. But also, you've got to remember the imbalance of the map, that supply is closer to the pirate than that one, for example. Oh, Tumstep just comes in and TNTs the oils, but he actually messed it up. It did look like 5, but maybe that one that exploded there was just out of range or something, or maybe that one was out of range of both of them. Tumstep's very good at getting his unit count up of quads. In these quad versus squad engagements, he's very, very good at getting the numbers out very, very fast. So Fargo is on his oils. He's getting harassed a little bit by this Helix. Okay, Helix is going to be chased away by Fargo's quads. Fargo's still in this position. Got a new tunnel here with a worker. I think he's forgotten about this tunnel though. It could cancel the palace there of Tumstep, which would be good. Technical there, Tumstep gets shut down. Tumstep is going to be able to collect from here, despite Fargo having this decent position on these bunkers, which probably Tumstep won't be able to clear for a while, but Tumstep seems to have a decent enough position just to be able to collect from there, so I don't know which side I would prefer. I suppose if you clear that refinery by force firing it, you could set up a similar position on this side, and then you could literally share it. It's a very wonky map. I think that could be stealthed for Fargo. And I also think Fargo probably should have done an attack from that sooner. I think Fargo's a little bit busy now. He's not going to realize that this is going to get closed down. Yeah, missed opportunity there for Fargo. That could have caused some real damage. It could have cancelled the palace. Could have TNT'd or cleared the oils just by brute force when Tumstep's not paying attention. Could have crept forward in more tunnels and maybe even won the game and cleared Tumstep's space. Could have popped that worker, put it here, pop from there and start killing the arms dealers. At least the Helixes are doing good damage against Fargo now, showing a little bit of balance. I suppose the China Vanilla now has less vision, doesn't he? Because he doesn't have drones, doesn't have scans, doesn't have the satellite intelligence. But he does have satellite hack, though, from the internet center, but he doesn't have an internet center currently. Big engagement here at quads, but once again, Tumstep has the superior numbers, and once again, he is winning the game as far as I'm concerned. He has all the better positions. Now winning that one, although I think it's less important to have that one than, for example, this one. Because you basically control the entire map from this position, and it's very hard to clear once it's captured. Would be good to get them artillery platforms. Yeah, I mean, if the pirate's able to build up unlimited helixes, then he also could just win the game, similar to how he could have won the game with the Comanches in game number 1. Well, here's where the action's happening. Tumstep with a bit of aggression, but is pushing into quite an awful choke point with a loaded bunker. Don't want to pop from there again. I probably would just leave that as Tumstep now. Helix is roaming around. He is hitting Fargo. I think Fargo is safe to say he could be considered behind now. So if we're sticking with the theory of balancing the game, you'd probably say don't hit Fargo again. But it's also going to annoy me if he continues to hit Tumstep, which he is doing now. One helix fell. Tunnel gets cleared. I mean, I think you're able to kill the pirate as a player. I don't think you've got any rules like that. It's only the pirate who's limited. So if you wanted to push in and steal his supplies, you might be able to do that. But the thing is, you don't want to get locked in a 1v1 with the pirate. You don't want to get locked in a 1v1 with the pirate, because then you'll just lose the 1v1 with the player you're actually playing against. Yeah, Tumstep doing amazingly well. More and more markets going up for him. He's focused heavily on markets this time, actually. And Fargo going for Scud Storms. Maybe Tumstep is deliberately not going for Scud Storms. He knows the pirate will go for him. So he's trying to make it look as if Fargo's big because he's got Scuds. And then Tumstep's going to deploy Scud Storms after he's got all the money. That makes sense. I think China Vanilla limited to just 1 airfield and 4 helixes or whatever he's limited to is probably better than being unlimited, having unlimited Comanches and unlimited helixes. Although it looks like he's building up the helixes. So we got a Jarman in the base. It's not going to be revealed without a radar van. Though the radar van got sniped. That's always an annoyance when you're GLA and you got a Jarman in your base. You go looking for the Jarman, but he snipes your radar van. So you need to bring 2. Or be scanning as well and bring your own Jarman. I mean, if I was getting paid for unit kills, I would probably hit that bunker. There's probably going to be a few guys inside of there. Oh, there's only 1. But still, the MiGs can hit that pretty much for free. You take a few shots from the Stinger, but you probably kill it. That Stinger sight, I'm not sure how much that is worth. I'm also not sure it's efficient for the host to have to watch all the games and analyze who killed what, when, how many scuds. You got to watch like 3 or 4 hours of gameplay to figure out at times who won what. Sorry, who killed what in which game, and it just becomes very time consuming, doesn't it? I think. I mean, a cool development in Zero would be at the end of it, it tells you exactly who killed what. You could break it down to like, did the pirate kill 7 Scud Storms or 8 Scud Storms? So he kills 1 unit inside of there. Just even suiciding 1 MiG over and over again on these workers would bring in 3 cents per kill. Tumstep might be going for the kill now on the pirate. I'm not sure why there's no defense here. Maybe that's another limit. He wasn't allowed defenses or something. I'm sure he had a gap before. Was that the other game? I can't remember now. There is a massive load of helixes. However, Tumstep's in such a good position, he's now just going to go and outright kill the pirate. He's going to get loads of bounty money and XP for all these kills on the hackers. So pirate's going to die here. Don't know if Fargo has spotted this. I think he did, yeah, he scanned.
The enemy has built a Scud Storm.
He just scanned to check what's going on with the pirate. I'm actually quite glad about that. To be honest, Tumstep getting his revenge. And now there'll be a fight over these supplies. I suppose the benefit of having 1 truck means there's still some money left. Don't know if Fargo will win that eventually because he had more tankier units than the Scorpions. You know what could be really cool, actually? Again, it would involve editing the map. Is make this a gold mine. So literally make it like loads of supplies all around the edges, crates, and stuff like that. So it's like highly valuable an area for the players. So you're more likely to go there and engage with the pirate. Because at the minute, okay, there's like 6k there, 6k there. It's not a lot. Fargo fires this Scud, I'm pretty sure. It's on the back again. Okay, that's pretty good for Fargo. Fargo's taking a bit of land here. Yeah, Fargo would probably be a better combination here. Tumstep's doing it the lazy way, which is just going for pure quads. But actually against a well-mixed army of Scorpions, Buggies, and quads together, Fargo's had some quite decent engagements there. However, ooh, why is Tumstep doing that? Yeah, Tumstep's cash should be insane. I think he's actually probably lacking space for Scud Storms. But he comes in with a big... don't even know what that plane is, or is it dropping? He's dropping off Scorpions. Comes in with a big sneak attack, and if he keeps the spam up and brings some workers there and establishes a proper position, I think Fargo might just be dead. It's more of a normal game now. The pirate's out. The pirate can't now come in and balance things. That's a nice Anthrax killing radar vans, taking away Fargo's vision. He still has vision. He's actually focusing on attacking there, but his whole base is going to be gutted from the inside out. Okay, Tumstep. It's probably here on the production, actually. I think he's just won the game here. Because Fargo has to get units out to deal with this in his base, but he is getting stomped by the Scud Storms. Loses his oils as well, but Tumstep did lose his before as well. Yeah, one thing for Tumstep, he needs to bring more workers here and start building more tunnels, because if that gets cleared, this attack could in the end get stopped. So I think just bring in a few workers, you could easily just get them, click them in there, pop them from there. Kind of like I do in free-for-alls. But I don't think it makes a difference. I think he's killed too much of the production for Fargo. He's remaking arms dealers. Tumstep's going to be the deserved winner here. He was the one who took the initiative against the pirate. He's the one who won the top left. He won the middle. He was going to lose the oil position, but the helixes from the pirate, I think, cleared Fargo's tunnel there in the beginning. We had another Scud Storm just fire. I think that's from Tumstep again.
A warrior has fallen.
Looks like he's between there. But look, this is nearly cleared now, but if you have multiple tunnels, that would not be clearable. More Scud Storms. And that's from Tumstep. Fargo's been defeated. Yeah, the correct winner won there, and I actually think that it should be 3-0 for Tumstep. Okay, moving on to the next one. Brand new map. And now we have the players with the correct names. So I think it's something linked to that mountain guns is messing things up. Very, very strange there. We're now on a map called Chunk Island. Down in the bottom left, we have the pirate. This is the purple GLA Demolition. They're taking random. And he's on demo. And there's a tank mirror between the two expert players. Up in the top is Fargo with the blue China tank. And then over on the right hand side, we've got purple for the other China tank, which is Tumstep. I actually had to get this map because I had it in a backup folder of maps that I don't usually play, and I've now moved it across to my active map folder just to watch this replay. Otherwise, I couldn't have watched this replay. So it's basically looks like a free-for-all map. It looks like 5 or 6 players. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 5 players, isn't it? Is 5 players. So the middle is a bit interesting. You've got the different supplies. You've got the oil there in the middle. It's quite an open map, so it probably wouldn't be one of my favorite free-for-all maps. You'd need a tunnel there as GLA. You'd need a tunnel there, tunnel there. You need like multiple tunnels here. Generally, I don't think those maps are that fun to play. I think the reason why DEFCON 6 is so fun as a free-for-all map is because everyone's got a chance to defend against whatever comes at you. You drop down 2 tunnels and garrison your bunkers and your whole base is safe. You drop down 2 fire bases and take your 2 bunkers, your whole base is safe. Yeah, no matter what the matchup, or even the level of the players, you do those things and generally you're pretty safe. Everyone's got a decent chance of the game going long. But on these wide open ones, especially against these, they can run around and find multiple angles in. So at least the pirate's hitting Fargo a little bit here. It's TNT and Fargo's units. So I don't know if his goal here is just to go for as many TNTs as possible. I just don't know What's the end result out of these type of games? Because it's not finding out who is the stronger player between Tumstep and Fargo. That is not what's happening. So it's not a high-level competitive 1v1 match. But if you're just trying to get out of it pure entertainment and carnage, then yeah, that's it. And I think that's the goal here, just to get as much fun and carnage as possible, whilst the players earn a little bit of money as well. Okay, so he's coming around with TNTs. Is he hitting the buildings, or is he not allowed to hit the buildings? It's a nice defensive setup there by Tumstep. Fargo has expanded. Another TNT hits the mines. Lotus is out for Tumstep. Fargo's there with a flamer. War Factory survives, actually. Tumstep repairs it just in time. That supply is quite far away. That's a little bit closer. I definitely think that's a good building to have in these... Oh, no, any game, really. It repairs all your vehicles for free. Some weird stuff going on with the terrain there when it glows red. This looks a bit strange. Is he not allowed to bring RPGs to scout for mines? Fargo's been defeated. That's very quick. Yeah, GG. That was very quick compared to the previous ones. 3-1 is the score. Okay, moving on to the next one. Now, this is going to be the last map. It's Cairo Commandos. So I don't know who Emperor is. I thought at one point we were going to see Excal get subbed in, because I think that was the original sponsor's idea. But the way that he just built that power plant so slow, and that it's in this position and not where the dozer was, I'm going to guess that that's not Excal. But it is Emperor and not Sam. Very strange stuff from the pirate. Let's see what matchup we got. We've got GLA versus GLA. Cairo Commandos. It's a 3-player map meant for probably 3-player free-for-alls. Probably one of the most awful maps in the map pool. You basically never see this get played. I think 3-player free-for-alls are just not popular at all, because it will always end up in a 2v1. No matter which way you look at it. Whoever attacks you will always be a 2v1. But I suppose a lot of the games have been a 2v1 so far anyway, so not that it makes any difference. But I'm glad the rightful champion here is still winning, because he has performed better. He deserves to be in this Commanded Leader 3-1. But can Fargo bring a game back here to 3-2? We'll see. Fargo's very good at doing that, usually. But in this case, I think his micro is a little bit off. He doesn't kill the tunnel or kill any technicals. I think the fact that he just messed up that micro, and the fact that he quit pretty quick in the last game, might be having a bit of mental impact on him. Has he just come from 6 hours of tennis and a night shift? Because sometimes he says he has just come from those things, and that affects his gameplay, and it could be the case here. Yeah, I think it's safe to say Tumstep is taking more of the map control. Looks like he's going to get that oil. Fargo looks like he might get that oil, but his Rebel is looking slower. Capture upgrade is already in play, and Tumstep has security of this oil. I mean, is there any even point in a pirate playing here? Like, what is this guy doing, man? Where did they find this guy? Where did they find Emperor? Is it an easy AI? Because not rotated the buildings. It could be an easy AI. Maybe the names have just messed up again. I have no idea. Could make 2 dozers, though. It feels like they've just found a guy off the street and said, hey, just come here and be a pirate for half an hour. You do have a nice little sphinx on this map. Actually, have you got a few? It was just that one. You got a pyramid. Oh, it's called Cairo Commandos, isn't it? So of course you'd have those things. Okay, correct TNT here from Fargo this time, but Fargo's already lost quite a lot of map control. So he needs to do a bit more of this if he's to get back in this game. And the pirate needs to get a little bit online. I don't know what's going on with that war factory. Bit of a TNT fail there. I think he killed maybe a little bit of stuff, but... A pirate's actually in danger from Tumstep. He's so powerful, he can just kill everyone. Tumstep with an aggressive position on the pirate. Comanche's just on guard mode at the minute, it seems. I mean, is there any even point in this? Like, what is this guy doing? Okay, pirate gets his first kill. The pirate loses his 2k war factory. Pirate's about to die by the looks of things. Give a load of XP to Tumstep. Yeah, Tumstep getting a lot of kills here, and he's going to gain an additional supply. Shame for Fargo that he doesn't know this is going on, because if he knew Tumstep was out of position, he probably would capitalize on that and put pressure on here. I wonder, actually, if Fargo goes inside of that, whether it can hit that tunnel. It's going to be pretty close. Depends on that cliff. He's not going inside of it for some reason. But Fargo doesn't know that this is going on. Yeah, it does hit that bunker. Tumstep getting a lot of veterancy from these kills. Not from the dozers, but he's getting kills from the buildings. Fargo's actually going out across the map. Going for the kill. He's going to harass Tumstep again. Palace is up. TNT from Fargo obliterates part of the base. Nicely played. Emperor has been defeated. But I wonder if Tumstep's now going to be defeated. Because he's got a lot of scorpions. That's one thing that Fargo has done consistently better than Tumstep here. Throughout this whole set is mixing in scorpions and making a better mix of units in general versus Tumstep. And I think Tumstep overcommitted to killing Emperor. I think he was in a really good position, and now it's looking a bit dodge for Tumstep. Is he going to be able to hold here? He is getting the bounty money, whereas I'm not convinced Fargo's getting it. I can't see any cash symbols above his unit's head. Tumstep's miraculously going to hold that. Just needs to get his arms dealers back online now. He's got a greater economy. He's got a better map control. He just needs to hold. Plus, he's got his palace. Fargo's also building a palace. But I think Fargo's next wave is probably not going to be too far away. Tumstep needs to get his arms dealers back. Here we go. So Fargo sent a worker in to scout, building a tunnel in the old pirates' base. Yeah, I think the pirate has to be an AI. Has to be like a easy to medium AI, probably medium. Maybe you could put it on hard. Nice denial there from Tumstep. Yeah, maybe you could put it on medium or hard. And you have to just get a pro mapper to make sure that it's scripted in a way that the AI will be fair and attack. Maybe he focuses on the middle, or maybe he attacks both players into their bases, or maybe all three of those things. But Tumstep's got this battle bus out now, plus the Jarman, and clearing up. After defeating the pirate, it looks like he's still going to defeat Fargo. Although I do think Fargo had a big opportunity when Tumstep committed to that pirate kill. Markets now for Tumstep. I think Tumstep should be able to clear that now. Depends if Fargo pops anything else. Don't think he is doing though. If Fargo gets cleared, Tumstep way ahead than XP, but Fargo does have a fair bit as well. Battle bus out now for Fargo too. There comes the Fargo battle bus, picks off the one Scorpion of Tumstep, but I think Tumstep's in a really good economic position. Got 1, 2, 3 supplies for Tumstep. Oh, hang on a minute, have we got 3 for Fargo as well? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it was quite kind of about that there, really, wasn't it? There's a lot of useless stuff in the middle. Yeah, I suppose Fargo getting that back. Maybe that's why Tumstep wanted to even it out and get that for himself. Fargo does have a fair few buggies, so these battle buses could get picked off. Yeah, Tumstep does lose a battle bus. Expensive loss, that. Like $1,000 for the battle bus itself. 300 for each RPG, of which there's 8 inside of there usually. Maybe a bit less if the players don't have enough RPGs to go inside. If we look at oil situation, we've got 1. We would have had 2, but that one's dead. That one's dead though. So Tumstep's got a 1 oil lead. So he's still got economic advantage plus XP advantage. He's actually almost level 5. Sometimes if a player is that far advanced that he gets level 5 way before the other player, it can just end the game, because like an anthrax bomb there with a sneak in the back could really wreck it for Fargo. Okay, weird control fire there from Tumstep. I think he's clicking a little bit too frantically. He tries to get these buggies, but nice macro so far from Fargo, pulling it back. Pulling them back, rather. Okay, Jarman for Fargo. He's very good at those kind of battles, waiting with his Jarman as patiently as possible in order for the other Jarman to reveal itself and then come in with a kill. Tumstep's building his CC, knows he's getting close to level 5. Bit of a buggy trade-off. Well, when Tumstep has the economic advantage, I think that favors him. I think he maybe has more markets. Fargo's spreading him around a lot, but he definitely has +1 oil, which is that one. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with this map, to be honest. I feel like you could do with a little bit more supplies on it, like in these random places, you know? Make it a bit more interesting. But this map was made probably in 2002, 2003 when the game was being made / release, so... Nowadays we've got 20 years of experience to know what kind of maps are good. Yeah, it's turned into one of them typical GLA games now where it's just buggies versus buggies. Not the most entertaining thing to watch in Zero. I think I watched quite a lot of GLA mirrors lately, so I've seen pretty much everything there is to see when it comes down to armies of buggies versus armies of buggies. But the thing that could change the game massively is when Tumstep hits that level 5, when Anthrax sneak attack comes out. Yeah, it's a bit of a buggy trade-off. In fact, both armies of buggies go down, so it's left in a bit of a stalemate. Tumstep building up the market count. Fargo does have a decent amount of markets too, but they are spread all over the place. I think Tumstep's now level 5, so this sneak, wherever it may be, is going to cause a problem. Tumstep has the upgrades on his units. He's got at least junk repair plus the radar scan. And I think he will be scanning somewhere now. In order to do this sneak pretty soon. Let's see how many kills the Emperor got. He earned 6 cents in that game. Okay, so here comes the famous Anthrax bomb from Tumstep. He's tried to do it on the production there of Fargo. angry mob going to town around the corner of the map here, around the side of the map. And Frank's bomb isn't going to do anything, I don't think. It is damaging those units, though. Okay, kills 2 buggies with it. Sneak attack at the back of the production. The replay could be over here, actually. Because the production's now going to get hit. Fargo has this amount of units out. Battle Bus of Tumstep gets down to the hole. But with the War Factory down and with the Anthrax Bomb, I think Tumstep's just going to be able to overpower now with this sneak. I'm really struggling to see a way that Fargo can hold. There's no more arms dealers being placed down. He's only got like 1 Scorpion out, and he's losing markets. Yeah, now his production's going to get hit completely. I don't think he has enough cash to make a new arms dealer somewhere. Don't think he was expecting the Anthrax Bomb and the sneak that quick. But I think Tumstep's play of killing the pirate gave him the extra 1,000 or so XP, which kind of put him in his position. So, it's creative and well played, smart play from Tumstep. But yeah, in my opinion, it should be there for yeah, well, it is 4-1, but it should be, in my opinion, 5-1. Sorry, 5-0, because the pirate in the first game was heavily biased towards Tumstep. But yeah, that was the end of the set. It was supposed to go, I believe, until best of 13, but Fargo actually quit there, retired, whatever. Didn't want to continue, which I believe the sponsor's not going to be including him in future things as like kind of punishment. But if I don't know, if you're not feeling a set, should you have to play it all the way to the end? You let me know down in the comments. But yeah, GG well played. Let me know if you like this format. Is it just good to see as a one-off, or do you want to see it in an improved format in the future? Let me know down below. Or if you got a better idea, if you got something wacky that you can whack in the comments, I'm sure the sponsor will be watching this, and maybe he'll pick up on it, and maybe we can do that in the future. But I'm leaning towards like more crazy maps, you know, like with nuke trucks on it, aircraft carriers on it, battleships, random stealth stuff, or everything stealthed. For example, we've got a surprise party mode, for example. Yeah, GG well played. Let me know if you want in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.